So I just want to welcome everyone here tonight, and I want to welcome those who've come back for a second week. Thank you. It's good to see quite a few of you that come back. We didn't scare you off last week. Our opening quote tonight is from Juliette Lowe, who was the founder of the Girl Scouts of America. And her quote today is, "Girl guiding and Girl Scouting can be the magic thread which links the girls of the world together." And if you've ever been to an international camp or on a camp with international people, Girl guiding is certainly that magic thread that means you can instantly gel with anyone and everyone. So I'll just stop that share. Okay, so.
Tammy, I'll just add in there, I was on my way to Jamboree in 2018, and I stopped in to visit my family in Canberra, and I had a really stiff shoulder, and I was at the Floriade flower event in Canberra, and I found this stall that was selling this magic balm for sore shoulders, and I said to the lady, "Oh, I need this, I'm about to go to a Girl Guide Jamboree," and she came out. I said this to the husband, and the lady came out and she saluted me, and she said, "It's so lovely to see you, another Girl Guide. I was a Girl Guide in Malaysia." And we had a great chat, and it just goes to show it doesn't matter where you are. You mentioned guides and somebody's there to be a friend and have a chat with you.
Yes. So for those who are new this week, we'll just introduce ourselves. So my name is Tammy, or Cuddle Pie to my girls. However, my teenagers just tend to call me Tammy. I am based in Albany, down on the bottom of Western Australia, and I've been a leader now for a very long time. I'm actually a third generation Girl Guide leader, so it's in my blood, you could say. And guiding has taken me all around the world, so I'm extremely lucky. And my other hat is I'm the region manager for Greater Southern, so that's me. I'll hand over to Dolphin.
Hi everyone, my name's Robin. As Tammy said, my guiding name is Dolphin. I'm based in Bunbury with the Bunbury Earth and Ocean Girl Guides. I became a leader when my daughter joined up, but I was also a guide and brownie many years ago as well.
Awesome. I am just going and renaming you all for you since you couldn't do it yourself. So if you wonder why your name's changed, I've just renamed you. So shall we kick off by everyone sharing your first name and whereabouts you're from? Now I can turn your mics back on if you'd like to have a go, but otherwise if you just want to put it in the chat box, we will read it out to everybody. So just share where you're from and your name. Particularly we have some new people this week. And I'll just finishing naming everybody. So we've got Olivia from Les Murdy Girl Guides. Welcome, Olivia. Great to have you with us. Alice from Three River Girl Guides. Jess from Three River Girl Guides. Welcome, Jess. We've got Hannah from Warnborough Wagtail Girl Guides. I think you were with us last time, weren't you, Hannah? And we've got Maddie back, who lives in Newman but attends guides in Les Murdy. And we've got Kookaburra from North Dianella Melaleuca Girl Guide. So welcome, Kookaburra. We've got a couple of leaders joining us tonight. Good to have you guys on board. And I think we're missing a few more yet. So they will slowly roll in. But for those who weren't with us last week, we had a bit of a go at a mural board to look at what we were going to do with this group. And so I thought I would share the result. And a lot of people shared their pictures. So for those who weren't here last week, I will send the link out to you guys. So if you want, you can add. And it'll come up as like a seahorse or a turtle or a puppy or something like that. So it's very anonymous. So before I share that, just welcome to Lynn from South Perth Girl Guides. Her guiding name's Ren. And I hope I pronounced this correctly, Tanisha from Ellenbrook Girl Guides. So welcome everybody. But for those that weren't with us last week, I will just share the mural board, and this time I make sure I'll share it to the right box, unlike last time where I placed it in the wrong spot. So let's share it with everybody. So if you copy and paste that link into your web browser, you'll be able to see the kind of stuff that people came up with last week, and also meet some of everyone's pets. But I'll just share the screen as well, so you can see what the mural board looks like. So we've got DJ the donkey on our mural board, my cat Harley, Jub Jub the bearded dragon. We've also got Spud and Bella, Patty, Luna, and I can't read the other top left one. But these are the ideas we had come up. So quiz night is what we're going to be doing tonight. Delphin has put together a quiz night for you. And if we've got time, the other one we're putting on is an escape room, and there's a few themes to choose from. So if we get time, we'll have a go at the escape room as well. We have a few working on queens, so we are going to be looking at what we need to do for them. And we've had some other ideas as well. Now, if you want to add your ideas, just double click anywhere on that board and it will create a post-it note that you can then type into. You can also add images. That's where the smiley face came from. So I don't know if you can see my mouse. Is there a thing? But if you go down the left-hand side, there's different size post-it notes and there's little images, icons. So for example, I want to add another smiley face because I love smiley faces. So I'm just going to plonk a smiley face over here, and it's a bit small, so let's make it bigger. There we go. So this is a board that everyone can be on at once, and you can add to it. So if you have a really good idea next week and you want to put it on our planning board, you're always welcome to come back to this. So make sure you save the link. And if you want to add your pet up there too, you're more than welcome to. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the mural board, and you can actually see the mouse moving around as people do stuff. Okay, and I might hand over to Dolphin now because she has got our quiz night organised. I'll stop share.
Okay, so I thought we'd do something a little different. We've done this with my son's scout group, and the kids had a great time. So we're going to use a platform called Kahoot, which is K-A-H-O-O-T. So what you'll need to do is you need to log into the link that I'm about to post. And if you are on an iPad or a tablet or a phone, you'll need to just quickly download the app from your app store. So just go to your app store, and it's just called Kahoot, and it's a purple K. So that is the Kahoot.it. And so when you go onto it, you just click onto it, and then you click in that you're a student, and it will ask your name. So you just put your name, sorry, not your name, your age. So you click on it, and then you just put, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, however old you are. And then
game pin. Yes,
I will give you the game pin when I hit the start button.
Okay.
So we just need to get everybody to that starting bit.
Didn't ask me for my age or anything. It just took me straight to game.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
On my phone, it wanted my age when I said I was a student.
No, it didn't ask me for anything. It's just gone straight to the game pin. So hopefully that works quickly for everyone else as well.
So is anyone having a problem with getting onto that?
And we welcome Tram. If you want to put in the chat box where you're from, Tram, if you scroll back through, you'll be able to see where everyone else is from as well. So is anyone having problems getting on Kahoot? So Lynn's on the same screen I'm on. So if I just share my screen, this will show you. So this is the login screen where it asks for a game pin. That's where you want to be. And it changes colours.
Okay, so Olivia's on there at the game pin stage.
Yeah. So we just got to wait for everybody else, and then we can hit go. I've never used Kahoot. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's great. So what will happen is while everyone's logging in, I've created some questions about guiding. So some history, some general history, some stuff I didn't know that I found when I was looking for questions. So hopefully the people that I took the questions from have the right answers, and you're not all going to say, no, that's wrong. And then what it asks the question, so you get to read the question and then you get 20 seconds to answer it, and it'll have you choose from the different, it's red, blue, green and yellow. So you'll choose the answer that you think is correct, and it will tell us who's in the lead as we go. So just a reminder, girls, if it does ask for your name, which as we go through it may do, just pop in either your initials or make up a name, or
just your first name.
Yeah, your first name. So please don't put your full name in. And so if I hit share screen, okay.
Okay.
Can everyone see my screen? So I'm going to turn it down.
So we enter the code and press enter.
So yeah, pop the code in and press enter.
Nickname.
Oh,
okay.
So we've got 6 players, 7. How many? Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen now. How many did we have attending?
I think we had 10 plus us 2.
Okay, so I'm obviously not going to be included on that. So it looks like I might be 2 players short.
Okay, so we're up to 9, so should be up to it. Should have 11 on there. So yes. So anyone not made it onto the page that needs some help? According to this, we're missing 2. So we've got, if I go through the list, Lynn, are you Kookaburra?
No, Lynn is Wren.
Okay, so maybe we're missing Lynn, is one of them. We're down to 8.
Yeah.
Alice is on there, Hannah's on there, Kookaburra's on there. Oops, scroll down. Jess is on there, Maddie's on there. I don't think we've got Natasha, we've got Liv on there, and Tanisha. So we've just lost a couple as well. So Lynn's saying she's got the wrong pin.
Okay. So we must be missing, was it Tanisha and
Natasha.
Tasha? Oh, Lynn's on there now.
So Natasha and Tanisha, if you need help, please just let us know and we'll give you a hand.
Tanisha's on there now, so it's just Natasha. We've just got one more to come on and then we should be all good. And so there's a whole range of questions. There's some easy ones, some medium level difficulty, and some really, really hard ones that just have a guess at. But I thought they were quite interesting, so that's why I included them.
Okay, I wanted Tasha. We just had someone drop out again. Tasha, if you're having any dramas, let us know. Otherwise, we might have to keep going. Oh, so Natasha's actually Madison. Okay. We've got Madison on there twice. Oh, well, that's easy. We've got everyone then.
No, someone just dropped off. We're down to 9.
Ah, she can't hear us. Oh.
She won't need to hear us for the quiz. Because the questions will come up. So, oh, there we go. We've got 10. So should we get started?
Yep.
Okay. So is everybody ready? Question 1. How many global members of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts are there? So just click on the coloured button.
Oh, we just lost you, Robin.
You lost me. Can you hear me, Tammy?
You're very quiet.
Okay, so the answer was 150 for that one. And so Tam followed by Ren. So the next one, what year did girls attend the first Boy Scout rally at Crystal Palace? We talked about this last week as well. So is it 1909, 1910, 1911 or 1912? Yay! 5 of you got it right. So in the lead, Tam and Ren still not far behind. Hannah, Liv. Let's keep going. What was Robert Baden-Powell's sister's name?
We just lost Robin. So what was Robin Bader-Pound's sister's name? Was it Agnes, Edith, Alave, or Elizabeth?
So it was Agnes. Sorry, am I dropping out, Tammy?
Yeah, your volume disappears, so I'll jump in if we lose you again.
Okay, it must be the crazy music that keeps playing. Okay, so next question. What is Lord Baden-Powell's full name? Bit of a tricky one.
That is a very tricky question. I'm not sure if I got that one.
Oh, 6 people got it. Okay, next question. Where did guiding start in Australia?
Ooh, I'm going to take a guess on this one. Ah, I lost on my streak, damn it.
And the interesting thing I found about that was the first guide company was formed in Hawthorn, Melbourne, and it was called First Hawthorn Guides, and they ran it above an umbrella shop, and it started on February the 3rd, 1911. So just
I do know there was a Girl Guide company running in Albany, actually in Lockyer, just out in Albany, before Girl Guides WA started. So there you go.
Yeah, so like I said, I got this off someone over east, so hopefully the questions aren't too incorrect, if any of them. So what did each Girl Guide in Australia donate when...
So what did each Girl Guide in Australia donate when Baden-Powell and Alave married? Was it 1, material for Alave's dress, ingredients for a cake, pennies and sixpences, or a honeymoon to Australia?
Ingredients for the cake. That's what Australia donated.
Go Liv.
Yeah, well done. What did the Guides and Scouts of England each donate towards the wedding gift of
Lord and Lady Baden-Powell? Was it land to purchase their home, a car, a penny, or a pound?
Okay, so it was a penny, and the interesting stuff I read was they married in secret because of Lord Baden-Powell's fame and also because of the 32-year difference of the couple, which was frowned upon by the people in London. And then the penny went towards purchasing a car.
So you see the question, what is the highest award members of Girl Guides can earn? Is it Patrol Camp Permit, Endeavour Award, Queen's Guide Award, or the Baden-Powell Award?
Well done, everyone. Nearly everyone got that one.
Which world centre do you reach by hiking 30 minutes uphill from Adelboden in Switzerland? Is it Our Chalet, Kusafari, Arkabanya, or Sangam? And I've actually been there, and it is a very, very long hike, particularly when you're carrying your bag or you're pulling a suitcase up the hill. You had to have a few stops on the way up. Oh, wow. 8 got that correct.
Fantastic. Which world centre means coming together?
Is it Sangam, Arkabana, Pax Lodge, or Kusafari?
It is Sangam in India. And the word Sangam means coming together in Sanskrit. Oh, well done, Alice. You've got a streak of 4 answers in a row. This is very close. Which world centre's name means small cabin by the stream?
Is it Pax Lodge, Sangam, Kusafari, or Arkabanya?
That was a bit of a tricky one, that one.
Having been there, I don't see it. Anyway.
Yeah, you've got a bit of an advantage on the girls, I think, Tam.
And also, what time of year in guiding?
What year did Guides officially start in Australia? It was 1911. Okay, next question. What year did Robert Baden-Powell die?
Ooh.
Told you there were some hard ones.
Yeah. 1937, 1941, 1945, or 1943. I can't remember that one. I'll take a guess.
1941, just not long, 2 years into the Second World War. Okay, next question. What is the name of the book written by Baden-Powell and first published in 1908?
Was it Scouting for Girls, Scouting for Boys, How Girls Can Help Build the Empire, or The Aim of Scouting for Boys?
Well done, everyone. So what was Olive's maiden name? So her name before she was married.
Oh, again, this one's very hard too. So it's Alave Sinclair Soames, Alave Sinclair Soames, Alave Soames Sinclair, or Alave Soames Sinclair?
Oh, that was a tricky one. Only one got that. So it was Olive. Oh, sorry, I've gone past it now. Where did Robert Baden-Powell meet Olive Sinclair Soames?
Was it at the train station, at the Crystal Palace rally, on a cruise liner, or at a friend's house?
So they met on a cruise liner. So well done, everybody. We'll keep going. What year did Robert and Olive marry?
Was it 1909, 1911, 1912, or 1914? For that one, I'm not confident of.
1912. So what year did Olive Baden-Powell die?
Ooh, was it 1960, 1977, 1981, or 1991? My grandmother and my mother both got to meet Olive at a rally at Perry Lakes in Perth, believe it or not.
Well done, most people got that. What was the first World Centre in England called?
Was it called Pax Hill, Packed House, Our Ark, or Our Chalet?
Well done, it was Our Ark. It later became Pax Lodge when they moved to a different building. Which is not part of the guide law?
Make choices for a better world, live with courage and strength, always work hard, or use my time and abilities wisely. This is the new guide laws, we should add the current ones. Oh wow, 100%. Well done, everybody.
Excellent. What year were extension
provided for guides, girls with special needs in Australia? Was it 1911, 1918, 1945, or 1967?
So really early on, girl guides were being really inclusive and including special needs girls. And the wording, sorry, was a bit ambiguous on that question. What year was the Australian Guide Program introduced?
Was it 1924, 1967, 1985, or 1996?
I was really surprised by this answer. I'd actually thought it was earlier, but up until 1996, we were using the guide program from the UK. What year was Loan Guides developed for girls in
remote areas? Was it 1921? 1953, which is blue, 1991, which is yellow, or 2001, which is green?
So it was 1921. So it just goes to show how Girl Guides and guiding has been really, we're ahead of the times, if you ask me. So we'll move on to the next question. What state or territory does not have its own guide shop?
So is it New South Wales, Victoria, Northern Territory, or Tasmania?
Well done, everyone. I thought that one would trick everybody.
I've been to their guide shop. That tricked me.
And you know why? Because they've actually, it closed, I don't know whether it was the end of last year or middle of last year, and now there's a new badge that says New South Wales, ACT and Northern Territory. So
yeah. I went to their guide shop 18 months ago, so that's all right.
Recent. So true or false, Girl Guides stopped during war times?
True is blue, false is pink.
Girl Guides has always continued on, even during war times. They found ways to still keep guiding active. Another true or false, the Girl Guide scarf could be used for first aid.
So true is blue, pink is false. Wow, 100% everybody. Well done.
The other also thing that I didn't know until I was doing these questions was that you always wore your scarf over the top of your collar with your shirt, and that was actually to prevent sunburn on the back of the neck. So just a random piece of useless information. Girl Guides is the largest girls and women's organisation in the world. True or false?
True is blue, false is pink. Yay! Well done, Alice.
In the past, Girl Guides aged 7 to 11 were called brownies. True or false?
Ooh. Be interesting to see what your answer is to this one.
They were called brownies back in the day, and I probably gave that away earlier when I said I was a guide and a brownie.
You used to have to move up at 10.5, not 11. Well, you could be 10.5. That's
maybe
right.
Because that was when I transitioned from England to Australia, so
that's right.
I didn't, yeah. Sorry.
Go, Maddie. 5 correct answers.
Girl Guides and Scouts are the same organisation in Australia. True or false?
Blue is true, pink is false.
So we are separate organisations, but we do work together a lot with various things. So well done. Oh, 4 players hit the 6 in a row. So well done to Tam, who topped it, followed by Ren. So the leaders who should know their stuff. And then well done.
Everyone's done amazingly well.
Yeah, Hannah, Liv, Maddie. No, to find out who else won, I have to pay. So sorry, everybody else.
That's all right. Well done.
Stop the share. Well done, girls. I'm very impressed with how everyone went.
So hopefully you didn't find flicking between the screens too hard. We'll make sure we read out the colours next time with the answers so you don't have to flip between screens, having had that feedback from one of the participants. So let's get to my notes here. Do you guys want to have a go at an escape room? We probably have got just enough time to squeeze one if you want to give it a go. So how about if you can raise your hands if you want to give the escape room a go. So we've got one person raise their hand, 4, 5, right. Looks like we've got a choice of escape rooms here, girls. Your choices are, now listen to them all before you put up your vote in the chat box. We have Escape from a Star Killer Base, which is a Star Wars kind of theme one. So I think Kylo Ren and things like that. The second one is Marvel Avengers, Escape from the Hydra Base. So if you're a big Marvel fan, there's that one. There is Hogwarts. Everyone knows Hogwarts, Harry Potter. And there's the Escape Like an Egyptian, which is set in Egypt. So which one of those would you like to give a go? And put it into the chat box so we can see what everyone wants to give a go. So we've got 2 votes for Hogwarts so far, 2 for Egypt. Three for Egypt.
And 3 for Hogwarts too.
Are we? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can count the votes for us, Dolphin, and oh, we've got 1 vote for Marvel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
6 for Egypt, 3 for Hogwarts, and 1 for Marvel. So it looks like Egypt.
In Egypt. Now my guide did Egypt the other night, so I won't give away the answers, I promise. Okay, so I just need to share my screen, and how we do this is when it comes to a question, you need to put your answer in the chat box. Some of them are maths related, some of them are good old problem solving ones. So let's see how we go. So let me just share my screen. Now, Robin, I won't be able to read the responses, so you'll need to...
I'll read them out for you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so let's go to Escape Like an Egyptian. I'm just going to zoom this in a bit for you so you can actually see. Is that big enough, everyone, to see? I'll have to zoom back out again when we get to some of the challenges. Okay, so you are on a tour of the pyramids at Giza. It is one of the most popular spots in all of Egypt. The 3 great pyramids tower above you, a lasting testament to the power of the ancient kings, the pharaohs. It is magnificent. It is astounding. It is a perfect spot for a selfie. This will be great on Instagram. Hashtag no filters. Hashtag walk like an Egyptian. Hashtag, I can never get this one. Is it hot out there or is it just me? Not much signal here. You wander away from the group looking for those precious bars that will connect you to the world. You don't realise how far you are going or that you just passed a sign warning you of danger ahead. Who reads signs anyway? You finally find a spot full of bars and hit the post button. Your moment of triumph is interrupted by the sand giving away beneath your feet. You're falling. Next. You land hard on a stone floor. It's dark. You use your phone as a flashlight. As your eyes adjust to the dark, you see that the ceiling has closed itself back up again above you. That's weird, you mutter to yourself. You check your phone. 0 bars again. Typical. You shuffle back to your feet but bump something in the process. Turning, you see a skeleton leaning against the wall. Jumping back, you feel like 20 years has just been taken off your life. More like 50 if I don't get out of here, you think. You stare at the skeleton. Are you going to become just like him? Ew, you say. No offence, you add to the skeleton. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you take a closer look at your companion. There's something in his hand. A note. His dying message. Well, at least someone's going to finally read whatever it is you said, you tell him. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you snatch the paper away from the skeleton. The note reads, "What in the world does that mean? Something about it looks familiar. Oh, now you remember, it's the pig pen cipher. You used it to write secret messages in English class where you're supposed to be studying Shakespeare. Which of those is coming in handy now, huh?" You quickly sketch out the cipher on the dirty floor. So let me zoom back out so you can see both. So, whoops. Someone want to figure out what the script means and let when you know what it is, put it in the chat box and then I can put the answer into the bottom screen.
Tam, you might just need to move it down. You've just taken the top line.
Oops,
off.
sorry.
Yep, perfect. And I'll let you know as soon as someone comes up with an answer.
Might want to wait for a couple because sometimes you get two very different answers.
I will.
I already thought the Star Wars one would have been popular with my unit, given it was Star Wars Day the day before. But no, they wanted to do Egypt as well.
Oh, did they? Perfect.
We might go slightly over time this week, girls. Depends how quick we get through all the challenges. How are we going? Has anyone figured out the code yet?
Yeah, I'm halfway there.
Oh, is that a chat?
Yep, so Alice and Jess have said, and Janice, the only way out is through.
Okay, the only way out. Oops. Right, let's see if that was correct. Next. Choose carefully. The only way out is through, you ask yourself. Great advice. Sarcasm is lost on the skeleton. You sigh and brush some dust off yourself. You study the room around you, taking tentative steps towards the outer walls. You don't want to take another fall. There are markings on the walls, but most are worn away. On the last wall, though, you can see three larger symbols very clearly. They were carved into the wall with some intent. They appear to be the symbols of three ancient Egyptian deities: Isis, the god of magic; Thoth, the god of wisdom; and Set, the god of chaos. Which do you choose? We'll go with majority vote on this one. So you either want to be Isis, Thoth, or Set. So do you want to be the goddess of magic, the god of wisdom, or the god of chaos?
I've got 4 for Thoth, 2 for Isis. So 6 for Thoth and 3 for Isis. I wanted someone to choose the god of chaos.
Both times now I've done this escape room, everyone's gone with Thoth. There you go. I think it's because I have to pronounce Thoth. Right. You place a hand on the symbol of Thoth, the god of wisdom. You feel dizzy as the room spins around you and you are transported to another place. The sun shines high in the sky and you think maybe you are free, but everything feels fuzzy, like you're in a dream. You try to move but find that you cannot. You are stuck watching the world around you like it's a movie. You see a golden man sitting on a golden throne. Well, he's kind of a man. He has the head of a falcon. He wears a large crown in the shape of a disc and he seems to glow. I must have it back, he says. You mean you must have her back? A bird-headed man asks, appearing at the foot of the throne. It's then that you realise how massive the throne and the man sitting in it truly is. The bird brain only comes to the golden man's needs. What's the difference? Asked the king. Find my daughter, the all-seeing eye. Bring her back to me. The king waves his hand and images scatter like sand in the wind. Next, you see a beautiful woman sitting by a river. In her hand, she holds a glowing gold orb. It seems to be looking at you. The bird-headed guy starts to sneak up on her. Hello, Thoth, she says, having none of it. Hello, Mayat, Thoth answers, not seeming surprised at having been found out. You've come to force me to go back to my father? Mayat asks. No, Thoth replies. I've come to convince you to come home. With this, Thoth sits beside the goddess and the two talk. In the end, Mayat hands over the orb and returns with Thoth to the king, her father, who glows like the sun. The image fades and you find that you can move again. You turn happily and start to run, but slide to a halt as Thoth appears in front of you. Hello, traveller, the god says. He holds a tablet in one hand and a quill in the other, like he's about to take notes. Hi, you say eloquently. To pass through my desert, I must challenge your mind. Are you ready? Do I have a choice? The god tilts his bird head at you and scribbles something on his tablet, no doubt making note of your attitude problem. I mean, bring it on, newer men, sir. Very well, Thoth says. Your first challenge is an easy one. Answer me this. Sometimes I have the head of a baboon, but today I have the head of what type of bird? You blink at him. What are you, an ornithologist? Thoth is depicted with the head of what type of bird? Answers in the box. We'll go with majority again.
I've got one for falcon, one for ibis, one for eagle. Okay, 3 for ibis, 2 for eagle, 2 for falcon, 3 for falcon. Is that everybody? Let me have a look. Can you count?
Down. I'd write them down. And okay, give me the Tony.
So falcon, ibis.
Hang on, that pen's not working. Falcon, ibis.
3 for eagle.
Yep.
2 for ibis. 1 for eagle, 2 for falcon.
So eagle has it. Let's see what happens next. Oops, wrong answer. Okay, so it's not eagle. Should we go with falcon, which had the 3 votes, or ibis that had the 3 votes? Or does anyone want to change their vote?
Oh, I've got ibis, ibis, ibis.
Okay, well, let's go with ibis. Thoth nods approvingly. Good start, traveller. Very good start. And as my guide said, it's the is it the bin bird? What do they call the ibis? Isn't it the bin? Yeah. Anyway, then he disappears. A schoolhouse desk appears in front of you, slightly sinking into the sand. You step over to the desk and find a sheet of paper and a quill and an inkwell ready for you. There's also an abacus. Your heart sinks as you read the paper. Maths. So for all the mathematicians amongst us, if Pharaoh donates 5 gold coins to the Temple of Ra every month, how many gold coins would he have donated in 8 years? So is it 490, 420, 460, or 480?
Okay, I've got 3 for 480, 4 for 480, 5.
Okay, let's go 480.
Looks like 480.
You scratch the answer onto the sheet of paper and put it back on the desk. You've never used a quill before, so it's not as legible as you would like. But this particular challenge doesn't seem to be based on penmanship. Well done, says Thoth. You look around but don't see him. Just one more challenge, he says. Okay, you say, just no more maths, okay? The ancient god of wisdom just laughs. A row of 5 vases appears in front of you. In the first 2 vases, there is 1 flower each. In the third vase, there are 2 flowers. In the fourth vase, there are 3 flowers. The final vase is empty, but you hold a handful of flowers in your hand. How many flowers do you put into the final vase?
So I've got 5, 5. Yep, more 5s.
Okay, 5 it is.
Yep, everyone's saying.
You're finally through. Having defeated an ancient god, you feel on top of the world, even though you're still underground. You walk through the corridors until you come to a table with a set of scales. In front of the scale sits a feather and a rock. A sign on the table reads, "Is your heart heavy as a stone, or is it as light as a feather?" You suppose it doesn't mean literally, and you seem to recall an Egyptian myth about weighing your heart. So do we go with the stone or the feather? Cast your votes now.
2 for feather, 1 for stone. 1, 2, 3 more for feather, 1 for stone, another feather. So it looks like feather.
As you place the feather on one side of the scales, another feather appears on the other side. It is glowing gold. You feel a warmth flood through you. A jar appears on the table and a secret door swings open to the left. You pick up the jar to get a closer look and almost drop it. It's a canopic jar. It's what the Egyptians used to put the organs of the dead inside to protect them for the afterlife. This one has a carving of a human head as its lids. You're holding a jar of ancient liver. Gross. You go through the door and come to what can only be described as a treasure room. You blink, blinded by the mounds of gold and glittering jewels. I should have bought a bigger backpack, you mutter. You take your time in this room, exploring and picking out pieces of treasure to take with you wherever you're going next. You find 3 keys, 1 gold, 1 iron, and 1 silver. Thinking they may lead to more treasure, you put them in your bag. Inexplicably, you find a piece of regular old printer paper with a sketch of some symbols on it. Thinking it might be useful, you take it with you as well. You start to tire the treasure room. Crazy, you know, but you can't eat gold, you're pretty sure. It has crossed your mind to try it. You head for the exit, a big door with a crazy-looking doorknob on it. You jiggle it this way and that, but the door doesn't move. How do you move the knob? So is it up, up, right, up, down, up, right, left, down? So if we label them A, B, C, or D, going descending, which one would you go with?
And also, 2 people have put their hands up. So are they questions? I've got 2 participants with raised hands, according. So if there's a question, if you can pop it in the chat box.
3 people with questions, 2 people with questions.
Yeah.
Madison and Jess, if you want to put your questions in the chat box. Oh, just Madison now. No, all gone.
Okay, have you got your pen ready, Tam?
Yep.
I've got B, C, C, A, B, C, 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 C.
So C has it. Let's have a look. Are we right? The door opens. In a series of clicks, the door swings open and you enter a new room filled with rich furnishings. If it weren't for all the dust, you could live here. Hey, if you can't find your way out of here, you might have to. Looking around the room, you come across a locked chest sitting on a table. Jackpot, you say, digging out the 3 keys from the treasure room. But which one is it? Looking closer at the chest, you see an inscription. At first it appears in hieroglyphs, and then as if by magic, it turns to English. All that glitters is it silver, gold, or iron? Post your answers now.
I've got iron, gold, 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 gold. So it looks like gold.
Winner. The chest opens with a creak, and when you see what's inside, you sigh heavily. You pick up the second canonic jar. This one has the head of a falcon, and you're pretty sure it's housing some ancient guts. Maybe you aren't so hungry after all. You keep looking around, hoping to find something a little better than ancient organ containers. You find a box with a row of symbols on it. The last symbol is blank. Underneath the row of symbols is a row of buttons. Which button do you press? A, B, C, or D?
Okay, B, B, C, B, B, C, B.
Sounds like the bees have it.
Like bees.
But next. And the box opens and it's another jar. You sigh and take it out. This one has the head of a baboon, lungs. You take a deep breath, enjoying your very own, very alive lungs. Hopefully they'll continue to be so for a very, very long time and never be stuffed in a baboon jar. You continue your search around the room. At first you see no door at all. Then you catch just a faint outline of one. Following the outline with your fingers, you search for a way to open the passage. Nothing along the edge gives you a clue. You start to study the middle and find some raised symbols near the centre. More buttons. Which button do you press? Is it Happy, the baboon-headed son of Horus? Oh, I can never pronounce this one. Or whatever that one is, the jackal-headed son of Horus. And the next one, the falcon-headed son of Horus, or the human-headed son of Horus. Which one would you like? Happy. So do you go the baboon, the jackal, the falcon, or the human head?
So I've got baboon, jackal, happy, happy, human, human, happy, human, falcon. Did you?
So that one's up there. Happy goes up there, right? I was wondering why I had too many. So it looks like human's the most popular one, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. Nope, there's a clank. So if it's not the human, is it the baboon, the jackal, or the falcon? Looks like the baboon had the next number of votes from the first round. Should we go baboon?
Yeah.
Baboon.
He was the second happiest one.
Nope, not a baboon. So it's either the jackal or it's the falcon. Put your vote up now.
Looks like the falcon.
The falcon? Nope. So it must be, whoops, that one.
That was my phone. I think it's a school teacher.
There we go. The final door opens. To the right of the door, a secret drawer pops open, revealing the last canopic jar. It is, as you thought, the jackal-headed jar containing the stomach. The door swings inward, leading you into the next room, an elaborate burial chamber. On a raised platform in the centre sits a great stone sarcophagus carved in great detail. In front of the sarcophagus is an altar with 4 small flat stone plates. These are the only things in the room clean of dirt and dust. You look from the jar in your hands to the plates, you nod to yourself. You've had enough of carrying around ancient organs anyway. In which order do you place the canopic jars on the plate? So A for jackal, human, baboon, falcon. B for human, baboon, jackal, falcon. C for baboon, human, falcon, jackal. And D for human, falcon, baboon, jackal. Just to make life interesting. What are the votes saying?
They are saying D, B, D, B, D, C, D, D, D. So it looks like D.
Like most popular. A plate sinks down with a satisfying ease. On the sarcophagus, certain symbols start to glow. You dig out your guidebook in Egypt, a little squished now from the weight of the gold, and turn to the page on Egyptian hieroglyphics. This should help you figure out the glowing message. Let me know your translation. It's not a hard one, is it?
It's not too hard. They should be there shortly.
Oh, I see something flashing. How are we going?
The world is yours. And I've got 3 the same. So
Okay, let's see what happens when we hit next. And escape at last. As you say the words, everything around you melts into light. You are suddenly standing back outside the museum. The rest of your tour group is heading your way. You check your backpack for your treasure, but only find your phone and sand. No one on Instagram is going to believe this. Hashtag, I almost got eaten by a mummy. The end. So well done, everyone. We finally escaped the room. So that brings our time with you guys to a close for today. So if you've got any more ideas of what you want to do this term through this group, please put it on the mural page. And for those who are working on BP or Queens, if you've got anything specifically you need to do, please put it in a post-it note on the page as well so we can put you into our plan. And if you want to lead or share something with this peer group, we need to know in advance so we can set that up for you. Anything from you, Dolphin, before we sign off?
just that was a great escape room. I've not done one before like that, so well done, everyone.
It is something different. I have to thank my other leader, Janali, who came up with that one. she found one of them, and then through my local library they shared a whole heap. So there are all the other ones there as well, and if you're looking for something fun to do, you can do that as well. So just to sign out for today, the share screen's going to work. I just want to, we'll say goodbye with another quote from Lord Robert Baden-Powell, which is, remember, it is not what you have, but what you give that brings happiness. And this time of COVID-19, I think that's a very, very important thing. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We hope to see you all again next week, and hope you all have a great time this weekend. Don't forget it is Mother's Day, and the best gift you can probably give Mum is to do some stuff around the house for her without being asked. She'll probably love you lots and lots and lots for it. And maybe cooking breakfast.
Did you cook a meal?
Yeah, cook a meal or breakfast. Anyway, have a great week everybody, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.